Hello everyone, this is Beowulf here, and I am bringing you another Starcraft 2 match. First off, let me just say that for whatever reason, despite the fact that I lost 3 of my placement matches and not even close, and I barely lucked into the other win, it put me in Silver League to begin with. I'm expecting I'm going to lose a lot and prove to the game that I am not a Silver League player, but it will be interesting to see. But anyway, so that's what's going on and why I may sometimes face better opponents than I should be. And my first opponent, this is my first match since the placement match. My first opponent is going to be Silverback, and the Terran player up here. And as you can see, let me first see if I can do something with the sound real quick. Sorry about this. Yeah, master volume. Let's turn that down a little bit because that's a little loud. Return to the game. Sorry about that. But anyway, this was my first game, and like I said, I was in Silver League, so I was in a complete panic, what if this guy's actually competent, knows what he's doing, and I really didn't want to get embarrassed. Because in my placement matches, I hit a few gold players, and they destroyed me for the most part. Like, not even close or entertaining to watch. But as you can see, I'm just making my probes, trying to keep constantly making them. And I'm making my gateway, throwing that down. He's making his SCVs and barracks. And let me just say, this guy really makes some critical mistakes. They're the only reason that he doesn't completely destroy me. And you can see he's attacking my poor little probe there, but I'm babysitting that probe as best I can, and I get him out of there. And I'm going to make him do a huge loop around the map to try to lose this SCV and eventually come back here. Because I'm figuring, going to place a pylon eventually. Because I have decided I'm going to go for the 4-gate. I have no idea how to properly do one. And I don't expect it to work, but who cares? I throw in my 3 probes. I always grab 4 because it's so much easier just to do like this. And it selects 4. And then it's easier just to pick one, and send them back to minerals type deal. But that's what's going on. Making our pylon and throwing down my cyber core. And I'm supply blocked, which is the biggest problem I seem to have. I forget to throw down pylons, and then I throw down like 50 of them. I attack his little SCV, get out of here type deal. And this probe is still on the journey. I feel bad for him. But anyway, this guy's got an orbital, got his mules, not saving any energy, so you can just tell for the most part he seems to know what he's doing, researching STEM, getting another barracks, all that. He seems just like a competent player in general. And my biggest worry is just, how good could he be? I really shouldn't have idle probes like this, but I always just like to have my one building probe. Still making more probes and occasionally using chrono boost. I should probably be chrono boosting out my warp gate because, there's a certain point where you hope. I think some people can attack like before 6 minutes or something with 4-gate. Or maybe I'm horribly wrong, but the point is, my 4-gate is not going to be that fast. I'm going to get my typical 4 probes again and select 1 and pull him back for my gas. And I have full gas. And I'm massing up my probes. This guy finally made it here. And this was something that was very interesting. This guy is very active with his Marines. I don't know how that Marine didn't see the probe, but whatever. But he's constantly going to be active with his Marines, sending them attack move to just check everything out, which is a very good thing to do. And anyway, now I throw down my 4th gateway, and the 4-gate will be commencing soon, I'm planning. Eventually, I'm going to toss down a pylon here. But once again, well, actually, for once, I'm not supply blocked, and I'm not hovering that many minerals. So that's always good. And I want to have some gas because I'm planning to, get a ton of stalkers and stuff. Trying to have some more supply here. And I throw down a forge because I'm like, if this goes horribly wrong or he attacks before I'm ready, I want to be able to throw down, a cannon here or something and hold it off. And it just seems to me like, I know a lot of pros don't use cannons that much, but when you're as bad as I am, it doesn't hurt to be able to spend 150 minerals to have something that may be able to hold off some slight thing. And I throw down the pylon here, and then he scans me, which reveals instantly that I'm going for 4-gate, which is great. I imagine if he knows anything about it, he's like, oh, 4 gateways all going in the warp gate. He's probably going to attack me soon. And back in his base, he's not doing too much, but he's got 20 workers, which is pretty good. And my probe got spotted. And not only did the probe get spotted, the pylon was spotted. Now, I don't know why he just does this, but he has how many SCVs right there? That's what? 18 SCVs all selected. And I don't even know why. But he groups them with this army. He's getting combat shields, by the way, and +1, which would, be a useful thing. I'm, making nothing with my 1,000 resources. 1,000 minerals and 800 gas. Probably should start making something. But I'm sending out another probe. I throw down a cannon, because I'm like, this could be bad. And I make some stalkers to go, do something. And this probe was going to try to go make a pylon. And then he runs into this and goes, crap. So now I know there's a massive push coming. I don't know why he sent the SCVs, though. And he doesn't make any more SCVs. So I'm guessing the reason he sent these, he was planning to try to end the game here. But we will see how that works out for him. Because I have my cannon here, a second one coming in, and I have a bunch of stalkers. And my main plan right now is, you'll see here, I decide to focus down the Marauders because they are the bane of my existence, going with a lot of stalkers. Because I feel like these cannons and then a few zealots warped in can handle, a couple of SCVs and some Marines. And as you can see, I warp in those stalkers. And the cannon will hold, it looks like. And the second one's on the way. And the zealots are going to go. And this was impressive to me because you can see he was even star-stepping, so he had some micro. And I finally decided to call these zealots back because I'm like, I'm just going to keep dying trying to kill that. But I was happy because normally somebody attacks me like that and I just die. But I was actually able to handle. And I have, fully saturated base pretty much. He has 7 workers. And he isn't building any more. He could call down a mule or something. Get some more workers because it's really hurting his income. We can look at the income tab right here. And he's at, almost a third of my income, half the workers. He's just not doing good. And he's not making anything. Like, no more workers are being made for the most part. And it makes no sense to me. Because I then decide to come attack, and I bring in the probe, throw down a pylon type deal. Select that little probe, throw down that pylon. But little did I know, he actually had a ton of stuff as well. He's also going to have a bunker very shortly. Because he was smart and figured, I'd probably attack soon. He also has stem, and this small force versus this big force plus stem, it just did not end well. Threw down a pylon here too, and hoping he doesn't see that. And I got the cancel on the other one, so that was good. But I'm starting to hover way too much money, which is not good. And I really should spend it, making units, but... And he's going to end up killing every single one of my army, which was not in the plan. And at this point, I'm in, panic mode, because I'm figuring he's going to come and kill me, because he easily could have, this army could have probably easily marched up here, because I would only have 4 stalkers and 2 cannons. But I'm throwing down some more pylons here, because I wanted to throw some more cannons, in this area, and I realized I didn't have the power far enough. And then, when things aren't working, I go double Stargate, because Void Rays are awesome. And I'm warping in more stalkers as quick as I can, trying to get enough to hold off any type of push, positioning them, because I'm expecting him to come for the killing blow any minute now. And I don't know how he never spotted this with so many things right there, but he just barely misses that pylon every time. But anyway, he's making a reactor so he can get some medevacs, all that stuff. Very good play. He has made 2 more workers maybe this whole time. But if we go here, we can look at the... That's not what I wanted to look at, but... Where is what I wanted to look at? Well, we'll go to APM first. I am rocking a 34 APM average, and right now it's much lower than that. He's at 88, so... APM doesn't always mean everything, but I probably should work on, doing more stuff. And there was something that I really wanted to see, but I don't know where it is, so forget it. There's our units tab, but I really should go back to the production tab, because that's the only thing I know what's going on. He's expanding now, too. But he doesn't have any workers, hardly. So, despite the fact that he's going to have 2 bases, I'm going to have far superior income to him for a while because I haven't expanded, and the issue with that is I'm running out of money very quickly. Like, very quickly. So, I got my Void Rays here, and they are moving out because I'm going to have them rally here, as you can tell. And that's basically what my current plan is to hope for Void Rays. I got some more cannons, but the inevitable push is coming. So, once again, his biggest mistake, and let's look, I mean, he has 1-1. I have no upgrades, which is a horrible decision by me. I should have got upgrades at some point. But I am doing better with keeping my money low. So that was good. I mean, that's one positive I can take from it. But I should have expanded, and I should have got upgrades. And probably want to make another pylon soon, me, because you're going to be supply block soon. But anyway, he's finally coming with the push. I think he waited a little too long because he's allowed me to get back on my feet, which is not what you want to do. But we're going to have to see here because I know that I have to end the game soon because my money's running low, and I've got my Void Rays, which is basically my only hope. He scans up here, sees a good amount of Stalkers with no upgrades, and more warping in. And he also sees 5 cannons, and he feels he can go for it here. He uses the stem. I don't think I'm actually focusing much here, but like focusing down many particular units, but I'm trying. And here my Stalkers are like, can we push forward? No, Marauders destroy Stalkers, which I really should know more. And I really need to warp in, but I don't have much gas, so, I could warp in around the Zealots right here would help, be a buffer zone. But instead, I'm actually warping in units here because I'm planning to go for a counterattack. Because I'm like, if his army's out here, I could go for a counterattack. He only has 1 Marine in the bunker, which I didn't even know if he had anything. Unfortunately, he happened to be moving his army back right now. So, these few Stalkers, I don't think they would have even been able to do too much anyway. I probably should have just retreated, but I wanted to kill the bunker. So, no excuses there. And I figured, 3 Marines or so, I killed that, but his whole army came back. And my Void Rays, though, I'm trying to keep them hidden because I don't want him to find them. And I'm just trying, and I think at this point he's looking for where the pylon came because he's like, there's no way that came from his base. And my base is just trying to be defensive. I'm running out of mineral patches, but still no expansion in sight. And I've warped in a few Zealots to try to make a distraction. But unfortunately, he finds them, and with that, we'll find the pylon and kill that. So at this point, it's going to be now or never going with the Void Rays. And this is going to be basically what will determine the game. Can I be able to survive with these Void Rays? And I'm getting a few of them, because this is still Wings of Liberty, so Void Rays still charge up. So I'm charging them up, hoping they can kill stuff. I wish they would quit focusing on the Marauders, because right now they're melting the Marines away at full health, which is at full charge, which is very helpful. And I think his issue there was the fact he didn't stem and run the Marines under to begin with. He danced around a little bit, and I was able to kill most of his stuff. He's going to lose his base, and then he GG's. And I think, looking back, his biggest issue was he only had 13 SCVs. He shouldn't have used SCVs in that push, and you can see I was coming back to attack with more reinforcements. But he shouldn't use the SCVs in the push, and even if he did, he really needed to make more steadily. Because I think if he had had the better economy, he would have had the expansion. I think he would have just been able to clean up, because he could have got more production, more money. Because that's what was killing him. He didn't have enough minerals to make more Marines, so he couldn't do anything. What also hurt him, he had reactors and was making one at a time. And still making the Marauders, but that was all fine. But anyway, this was my first game in Silver League, and first game since the placement match. And as you can see, I had no backup plan because all my probes were out of money, and I was going to be screwed momentarily. But this was my first game back, so I just first game, like actually placed in a league. So I just wanted to show all y'all this and commentate this. And anyway, thank you very much for watching, and please just comment and subscribe if you enjoyed it, and let me know in the comments anything I can improve, like gameplay-wise or video-wise, just anything you'd like to see different. And just thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.